Hello everyone. Today's energy talk continues from the previous talk discussing heat pump water heaters or EcoCute. Water heating accounts for about 30% of the total energy consumption of an average Japanese household, a fairly large proportion. Since there is only one water heater per family, this single water heater consumes 30% of the total energy consumption, making the water heater the single largest energy-consuming appliance in the home. Therefore, the performance of water heaters is extremely important for promoting energy conservation in the home. For example, with EcoCute, primary energy consumption is reduced by 35% compared to gas water heaters, creating significant energy savings. Also, CO2 emissions can be reduced by around 60%, assuming the current ratio of thermal power, renewable energy, and nuclear power and other power sources. If the ratio of renewable and nuclear power generation increases in the future, CO2 emissions can be further reduced. It is surprising that just by converting one water heater to EcoCute, such a great benefit can be achieved. As I mentioned in the last talk, EcoCute uses cheap electricity at night to heat water and then store it in a tank. Since it is not an instantaneous water heater, the tank capacity is determined according to the number of people in the family and the amount of hot water used. But the average size is between 300 liter and 460 liter. Power consumption per unit is 1 kilowatt to 1.5 kilowatt. Since heat pumps utilize heat from the outside air, the efficiency decreases in winter and increases in summer, so the power consumption is only an annual average. EcoCute has such an excellent energy-saving performance, but recently a new advantage has emerged. You are aware that many solar power plants have been built and currently in operation in Japan. Finally, there are times when the amount of solar power generated exceeds the amount consumed, and the solar power generation has to be stopped. Now, solar power generation is being curtailed in all areas except Kanto region. This is especially the case in spring and fall, when electricity consumption for heating and cooling is low and solar power generation is increasing. This is an unavoidable situation because electricity cannot be stored, but it is also a waste of electricity that does not emit carbon dioxide emissions. Therefore, efforts are underway to operate EcoCute during the daytime, which currently operates at night. The cumulative number of EcoCute units sold has exceeded 9 million. Assuming that the service life of EcoCute is 15 years and that approximately 8 million EcoCute units are currently in operation, if all EcoCute units shift their operation from nighttime to daytime, consuming a little over 1 kilowatt per unit, electricity consumption would shift by approximately 10 million kilowatt. This would eliminate the need to curtail solar power generation and contribute to the overall reduction of CO2 emissions. Since daytime temperatures are higher than the nighttime temperature, the efficiency of EcoCute is further enhanced and energy savings are increased. Daytime operation of EcoCute can be done simply by resetting the timer, and this can be done at almost zero cost. The challenge, if any, is that the unit price of electricity will increase because of the switch from nighttime electricity to daytime electricity. However, since the power company can use solar power generation with zero fuel cost without restraint, it should be not a big burden from them to apply the same low unit price for daytime operation of EcoCute as they do for nighttime operation. In addition, on cloudy or rainy days, solar power generation is low, which means that 10 million kilowatt of solar power will need to be generated from other sources. In the future, therefore, it is desirable to utilize technologies such as remote operation of EcoCute from outside while monitoring the solar power generation status depending on the weather conditions. As described before, EcoCute, which is highly efficient and can be used without restricting solar power generation, is truly the best device to prevent global warming by increasing energy efficiency on the demand side and reducing CO2 emission intensity on the supply side. It can be said that EcoCute is the best device to prevent global warming. Keep an eye on the promotion of EcoCute. That's all for today. Stay curious about energy. Thank you very much.